Good afternoon, everyone. You're back with me, Dorian Lishiguri. And today we have another great guest. You know, we always keep them coming. And that is Miss Lívia.
Oi.
I blanked on her last name. Endlich, right?
Yeah. Endlich.
Endlich. Okay.
Endlich, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can use the francato. It's a little bit easier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's got
you
two
can
different
choose.
ones. I'm pretty basic. I just got the one last name. Anyway, we're excited to have a conversation today. Have you guys tune in, listen to a bit of that. So, Lívia,
Yes.
you went to Nancy Campbell Academy.
I did 4 years
From what years?
from grade 9 all the way to grade 12. But it was a weird time though because, you know, I was half here and half online.
Elaborate.
So I came in 2019
Right.
and I stayed here until like March. And that's when the whole pandemic thing happened. And then we had to go back to our countries, basically. And I stayed in Brazil for the next 2 years. So for the rest of grade 9, for grade 10, and for grade 11. And then I just came back from the ashes in grade 12.
You know, Lívia was actually one of my JY when I was in grade 12.
I was.
Which was a blessing for the most part. And it was really cool to see you grow in that way as well.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking back on that time. And the other day I was thinking about like everything.
Oh, no.
And I noticed that like a lot of people were like, wow, Lívia was so nice. And still not, they still say that I'm nice. But like back then they were like, Lívia's so nice. She always leaves a mark. But I feel like back then my memories are so blurred because I didn't speak English, right? And then like I feel like I didn't understand half of the things people were saying. And the reason why they thought I was nice is just because whenever they talked to me, I was always like,
yeah, because you just didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
That's how my grandma used to look at me when I talk. She didn't speak English either, so she just smile and nod.
Did you know, were you not even talk to your grandma?
I mean, sort of. I was able to ask for like cookies and like different things like that.
Only the essentials.
Yeah, the essentials and love. That's all I really needed back then. But yeah,
That's true.
I hear you.
That's true.
Okay, Lívia does look like she's from like Ireland or somewhere because of the red locks and everything that she's got going on there. But you
An
are
exotic look. Brazilian.
Brazil.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it makes sense.
It does.
It doesn't. I was just trying to make you feel better. It really doesn't.
No,
but
it doesn't. I remember, I think it was you. We were in the bus, and then I was showing everyone the pictures of my parents and me. And like my parents are all tanned, and my brother's tan. They have dark hair. And then I'm showing pictures. Yeah, like I'm so different from my parents. And then Dorian looks up to me and he's like, Lívia, are you sure they're your parents? And then I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And you're like, have they ever said any like weird story? Have you ever seen pictures of you when you were born? And like you made me have a whole existential crisis.
Listen, in my defense, I
called
just
my
watched
parents
Tangled,
that day.
so
I called my parents that night and I was like,
do you guys have anything to tell me?
I was born from you, right?
No, you know, I'm making sure that you ask the important questions. That's really what it is, you know?
Sure.
To know one's heritage
Yeah.
and all that.
But genetics is funny, huh?
It is really crazy.
It is crazy because
It is
I literally did not look. I was the only ginger girl growing up in my small town.
Yeah,
in
I mean,
Brazil
look at
with all
me.
the
I'm
farmers.
mixed race and I don't look it.
You are?
No. No, I'm not.
I was like, wait.
No, I'm not. I mean, I could. No, I'm not. As far as I know, I'm not. But yeah, that's cool. You're from Brazil.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, you left home at a really young age.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you came here. What was that like for you? Were you anxious that first? Describe that, like, that first week being here. What was that like for you?
I remember when I came here for the first time and like my parents came with me and it was our first like big international trip. And it was really fun for the time that I was with them. Like we spent the whole month in Canada, like exploring, went to Niagara, all those places. But I never really had to speak English. My parents were all doing their thing and like they were getting the stuff and like they were hustling to like speak in English and stuff. And I was just like there, right? But then I remember when we came here to visit Stratford, because they wanted to like see the town, visit the school, and like kind of meet the place where I was going to be at for the next year at that time. And I remember like my mom, when she walked in, she started to cry. And I was like, that's so stupid. Why are you crying? We're just looking at the school, right? And the next
like
day...
tears of joy, right?
Yes. She was like... Because she met the...
She walked in like, oh my God. Not this. No, it's
what
like,
did we do?
No.
Go back right now.
Pack your bags.
Walk
straight back out the door.
But no.
No, we do love our school.
But like coming here was a whole different reality. Like coming to a new country, like a first world country, being in a first private school was like a whole new thing. And like they were really excited for me to have this new opportunity. And then I remember the day when they dropped me off. I started meeting a few people in the residence, but I was still really shy. Like there's this one thing that's called the silent period. I don't remember exactly the words, but it's like when a person comes to a new country, they usually take a little longer to speak. Like even if they know the language like I did, or they have some understanding, they take a little bit to speak because they're just nervous, right?
Right.
And I'm not sure if you face that, but...
Well, I feel like first of all, I'm a yapaholic, so I
well, me too.
But I feel like when I first walked through those doors, like I was really surprised at how the students just came and spoke to me.
Exactly.
So I think that like I didn't really have a choice to want to be quiet or like take my time, because everyone was just like, where are you from? What's your name? You want to come do this? You want to come do that? And like I didn't really know a lot. Like for example, when I first came here, my first day, like some of the students took my younger brother to Dairy Queen. And I called him, I was like, where are you? He's like, oh, they took me to Dairy Queen. I'm like, what's a Dairy Queen? Because I was like, and everyone was like, oh, you guys don't have Dairy Queen in Africa? And I was like, no, but we do have ice cream, just not a Dairy Queen. So like things like that, where I was like really like, you know, like nervous, but like I couldn't be nervous because everyone was just so excited to bring you into the fold. So maybe, I don't know if it's the same way for you. It
was kind of the same way. Like I remember when I first came in, like I was really nervous. And I was trying to understand everything they were talking about. It was the first time that I was actually practicing my English. I learned English when I was 8, but I never really had the time and the place to practice, like Canada, like being an English-speaking country. And it was like just weird, you know? And I remember my parents dropping me in on the first day, and we had assembly right away, right? Because it's introductions and stuff.
Right.
And I remember just feeling like my heart was like, you know, and I felt the tears coming because I just saw them walking away, and I was like, oh my God, that's real. Right. You know, it's solid. And
it's
then
like kindergarten all over again.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. I was like, wow, I'm a tiny kid now again. Yeah. I need my mom. Come back. But then it was so scary. Like it was so scary. But then I actually started talking to people. You know, there was like 2 other Brazilian girls there that I used to talk to a lot, and they're like helping me out. But it was actually during the classes that I started to talk to people a lot. You know, like I remember my first assignment ever was this portable charger that we did in Comtech. Okay. It was our first assignment, and they paired me up with a Chinese student. And he also didn't speak English.
So you guys were just like going off vibes? Is that
yeah, with the looks, we're like,
oh, So your sign language is a little scary here. Gosh, but we might need an interpreter.
The worst thing was when we had to go actually buy the stuff, and then we were like just holding like
that poor cashier.
It was so funny, but we actually had we used a lot of Google Translate to like communicate. Okay. Which was fun, and we actually ended up making something, which I was like impressed by.
Actually worked out.
It worked out.
It's not cool that sort of like cross-cultural like communication.
Exactly.
That you have to
and
develop.
Then I started doing ESL, so I started becoming really close with the Chinese students. I was like learning English and Chinese at the same time.
So your
English
Mandarin's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Xie xie. Thank you. No, but yeah, like it was really fun, you know, like having those experiences, like, and being in that class actually made me realize that I wasn't the only one there that just was having this experience of being in a new country and having, I don't know, this opportunity of learn a new language and be away from their parents and like actually become an independent person, right? Yeah. So it was nice to see that other people were going through the same thing that I was going through. And my grade 9 class, I could see that all of them are really scared, you know, and it helped that we were we're tight classes. So it helped to actually get to know people and everyone. Right. And the junior youth group was actually
pretty fun too.
Pretty fun. And I actually got to talk to a lot of them during that period.
It's a good way to like get into the school, I guess, like kind of be woven into the fabric there. You did say something that kind of I want to build upon, this idea that you're not the only one going through that. I think when you move to a new country, that's so different from the one that you are from. You know, it's kind of different moving from the States, coming up here. It's not crazy. Like there's just a lot more maple syrup and Tim Hortons. But like,
and you're speaking the same English.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the major one. When you're moving from, you know, Brazil to here, you know, and then obviously the Chinese kids are moving from wherever they're from in China to come here. There's this sense of sometimes like we're all alone in this together, where it's like we start to all think that I'm the only one who experiences homesickness. I'm the only one who, you know, feels these feelings of loneliness or like great moments of triumph and great moments of sadness, right? So with that in mind, how, you know, as an international student, you have to build new connections and new community, right? To move away from that loneliness. How'd you go about doing that?
I think it was actually building on that loneliness. Because when I started going through the ESL classes and I started to actually talk to the people there and get to know the Chinese students, I noticed that, like what you said, they all were feeling the same thing. And then when I started to talk to other students, like during projects and all those things, and I started to get to know people a little bit better, they were also going through the same thing. And I noticed that like every single one of them loved talking about their culture and loved explaining about their story, you know? So, and I love learning about people. Like one of my favorite things is sitting down and listening to people telling me stories and getting to learn about their history, right? So I built on that, I think. Like I started to sit down with people and I started to get to know them and I started to be like, okay, where are you from? You know, like the same questions that they would ask you. Right. And actually learn their culture and, you know, like understand their perspectives and all those things. And I think that helped me a lot to like create community, because we realized that like, I realized the list that my family wasn't here. So I had to find a new chosen family kind of thing, you know? And I knew that a lot of people here are feeling the same way. So they also would love to have that. So then I think I started to, I don't know, just to try to listen to them. Yeah. You know, and if they were sad, I would also be like, if they were sad, I would also be like, try to bring some joy into their lives. Yeah. So yeah, sorry. But
no, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
I mean, you bring up this concept of family. I think for international students, it's also really hard when you're moving from one country to another, because you're looking for that sort of feeling of family. And, you know, it's really, I found, at least in my experience, sometimes you have to walk the line where, you know, you can grow really close to someone, but at the end of the day, like there's a certain love and a certain level of commitment that your mom and dad will have towards you.
Yes.
And your brothers and sisters will have towards you, that, yeah, you guys could be really great friends, but at the end of the day, you're still friends.
Yes.
And so it's kind of lonely in that way as well, where you're like, there's like a certain level of support that I'm looking for that I genuinely just can't get out of this friendship. Or like, you know, there are people, like I found there are people that I've been able to, that have surprised me in like how hard they're willing to, you know, ride out for me and show up for me. So how did you go about finding those sort of people? Because I know it is very dangerous to like try and replace, like you can't replace your mom or your dad with somebody else, or the love that you get from them with the love of someone else, or whatever, because then you start to rely on that. But like to build that more familial connection, how did you do that? Because you have some pretty tight friends.
I do. I think it was time. Like, even to this day, like, I still don't have that. I know that my family that I, like my mom, my dad, and my brother in Brazil. But I've also created, like, I've spent 6 years in Canada, and I've been around so many people. Like, I had so many friends from grade 9 that I'm still friends to this day.
Right. And
I don't know, I just kind of like, I think when you spend that much time with someone and you're living with them at res and you're serving with them and you're studying with them and you're struggling with them and you're going through the same feeling of like, I don't have anyone here, you start to like kind of find those people and rely on each other, you know? It still doesn't, it's like, it's not the same.
Right.
Like you said. But there's so many people in Canada that I've seen that actually have love towards people, and they just want to be there to help you. And I think that that's like beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I also have so many people that I became close with through the time and like through conversations and through trying to be there for them. You know, I was there for them, and then now they're there for me all the time. And we actually create a genuine connection. Like, when you want to genuinely make friends with someone, they can sense it.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel the genuinity. What do you say it?
I don't know.
Anyways, yes, but you feel
sincerity.
Like the sincerity of people.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I feel like that helps them to be like, yeah, she can join our family. Yeah. She can. You're one of us, you know? And I feel like that's what happened.
I think it's also really important to have those people in the community who are, who build community and everything like that. I think about, well, Mr. Naylor. He has everybody over at his house all the time.
Yes.
Like all the time. All the time. It's not in like a frat house kind of way, but it's like, there always feels like there's like a Ruhi thing going on, or like a community event of somehow.
Yeah, I can always count on him because I'm the one planning that too. Like, me and other youth would come together to plan, and then we're just like, yeah, let's hit up Mr. Naylor.
He'll offer his space.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in university, I actually knew a lady like that. Jamaican lady. She used to cook. Like, she had an apartment on the same floor as us, and she'd invite all the youth in the apartment building to come and eat. One, because a lot of us were broke, but like some worse than others. But she knew that, and like would like once a week do like a dinner for all the kids, not kids but students. So,
but in her eyes, it was kids.
Yeah. So like, just, you know, to take off some of the burden, like financially, but also allow a space for connection as well. So I think it's really important to have those sorts of people, you know. You spoke about how long you've been here. I think when you live somewhere for a while, it starts to become a part of your identity. So like before 2019, when you moved here, you were just 100% Brazilian. You may not look like it, but you were 100%. But like now you're here and you spent so much time here. Do you feel like you've lost some of your, I don't want to say Brazilianness, but like some part of that identity where, you know, in Swahili, in Kenya, they have this word called muzungu. It means like white person, right? So, sorry.
Are you calling me a muzungu?
You are a muzungu. Like that's basically what we would call you, a muzungu. But like, I think when I went home for the first time after my semester, oh man, I got roasted.
In spirit?
No, not only in spirit, they were treating me like one. Not that, sorry, that's not bad, but like, for example, I realized that I felt I had an identity crisis because I went to the market with my sister, a market I had been to many times. And when I had asked the price of something, in Swahili, they gave me a really expensive price back. And I was like, whoa. This is foreigner prices. I'm one of you. And they're like, yeah, no, you're not from here. And that really stung because I was like, wow, like you guys are trying to do me like that. And I remember sitting back and my sister kind of just laughing at me because she saw I was hurt, because she's really good at code switching. So she brought the price back down for me. But I remember feeling like, okay, like am I not this anymore? Am I more Canadian? But like when I'm in Canada, I don't feel 100% Canadian because there's like certain things I don't know, like songs that were apparently super popular over here that personally I just have no clue because it was just a Canadian thing, you know? So did you experience some of that where, you know, it's like being here, you've spent a lot of, a lot of your formative years here. So in a way, you know. I did.
Actually, the last time I went back to Brazil, the thing that stuck me the most was I was in the study group. And I was like tutoring them and like helping them go through this book. And I was reading one of the quotations in the book. And then they turned to me and they're like, "How did you say that word?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, no. Like, I don't remember what I said, but it was something like very Brazilian, but I said it in an English accent. And then they're like, "Oh, you have an accent when you speak."
Take her passport right now. Revoke it.
So now I don't look like a Brazilian. I have an accent when I speak Portuguese. So I don't know. I had a crisis identity too.
So how do you end up staying connected? Like, what are ways like right now? Oh, you made something great for Friendsgiving.
Did I? Oh, yes. Okay. So before we go into Friendsgiving, or Thanksgiving, to stay connected, I still have 3 really good friends back in Brazil. Like literally, they have my heart. They're my ride and die. I actually have quite a few more. But all of them are like my ride and die. And every time I'm there, they're like, "Lívia, let's go do this. Lívia, let's go do that." And then they kind of take me back to like when I was still in Brazil, and like we hang out like I was still in Brazil, like time didn't pass. And they explain to me, they update me on every single thing. Like they take me around, they show me what's new, all those things. Like they actually kind of like
now you're getting that presidential treatment.
I know, like it's really nice, you know, like because and my parents are also there, so like they're always like telling me stuff, and I'm still connected to the news and everything in Brazil.
Right.
I still love the media, like Brazil TV shows and stuff. They're very underrated. They're so good. But when I come, and then I have all those friends that actually update me what's going on in Brazil. And when I come back to Canada, I try to maintain my culture in few levels, like making foods that I miss, you know, like for example, in the Thanksgiving, I did this dessert that's called brigadeiro. Brigadeiro. I actually did after too. That was actually really good. Do it again.
Brigadeiro.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was really good.
That's what I do.
But yeah, so I try to maintain those things alive. Like we went to, like my friends took me to this Brazilian steakhouse, even though I'm vegetarian. Remember that?
Yeah, we did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, but it was nice because like it felt like I was back in Brazil, and I was like explaining to them. I was like, "Oh, you should definitely get this with that because that's good," you know. So it's like it felt good to be that guide to them.
Yeah, put people on. Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was really good. My wallet didn't, but
it was pretty expensive.
Yeah, it was up there.
But it was really fun to spend that time with them.
Yeah.
And then there's also like other things that I do. Like I still watch a lot of Brazilian media. I still listen to Brazilian music. I'm still connected, like I said, to the news and stuff. So I feel like I maintain my culture, my Brazilian culture alive. But I honestly think that I feel like people are shaped by many different cultures.
Right.
Like in a certain level, all of the cultures have something that is similar, right?
That connect us all.
Yeah, so it's like I never really feel, sometimes I do, but most of the time I feel like at home when I'm here in Canada because there's so many things that are similar to Brazil, you know? Right. Like, I can't think of anything on top of my head, but like there's a lot of things.
Well, I mean, just on a human level, there's like values and different things that we all share globally as well. There's like on a human level. Yeah. So it's like no matter where you are, you always find like some kind of connections between the cultures. And I feel like that's what shapes you, you know? Yeah. Like you learn from those things. So I don't really feel out of place. It makes me happy that you don't feel that way. Yeah. And like you're able to maintain bits and pieces of yourself as you grow into this different person as well. So it was a hit the week before last. Here is your whiteboard. I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay?
That makes me nervous. What if I spell it wrong? I'm ESL.
Well, our ESL program, Nancy Campbell Academy, is really great.
Mr. Ritzman is
This
going to
is
be
not
so
necessarily
disappointed.
the best that we have to offer, but she's good enough. Okay. So this game is called Then and Now. Okay?
Then with an E or A.
Huh?
It's
Then or then, girl, then. I said then. Then, like back then and then now. Ooh. I don't know if they teach context clues in ESL.
Sorry, I get confused with those two.
This is
Like
okay.
push and pull. Sometimes
You
I
get
get
confused at the door where they're like, yo, it's a pull door, you push? Okay. Okay. We got to keep this going. All right. How did you see yourself when you first arrived in Canada? Back then. This is a then. And then on the bottom, so I want you to write the
Do you
then
want it
on
to
the
be
top,
serious?
and then
Oh.
the bottom is a now. Okay? So how did you see yourself when you first arrived in Canada, and how do you see yourself now? She's writing an essay.
No, okay. So this is then. This is no. How do I see myself now?
In English.
This might not be serious. I'm sorry.
Okay. Flip. 3, 2, 1. So you used to see yourself as shy main character.
Yes.
And now, regular person.
Yes. Yeah.
Girl, this is Relu, girl.
Oops, I told you. I got nervous.
Woohoo! Oh, man. Yeah, well, okay.
Regular.
There we go.
So guys, besides what Dorian is doing, if you're an international student and you're coming to Nancy Campbell, it's okay to make mistakes.
Totally.
To this day.
Totally. All right, I'll ask you 2 more and we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
Who made you feel welcomed when you first came here? And who feels like family today?
Oh, you're going to make me write names?
Oh, sorry. How about this? What made you feel like you belonged here? And then
Okay.
who makes you feel like, who makes you feel like family today? You can say a name.
Okay. There's a lot of names. So I'm going to do that one first. Family.
No pressure. She's a little nervous about getting the
names out.
The names right, the spelling them, grammar. Let's see what she comes up with.
It's actually, okay. And.
Ooh. It seems like a lot of writing. All right, here we go.
It is. 1 and 2.
Okay, so then my classmates, Fernanda,
Yeah.
all staff and others. I said Fernanda because she's like that because she's Brazilian.
Yeah, she was the person that like guided me through everything when I was here. She really made me feel like I belong here, but also all the staff and teachers. Like I feel like it's not much about the place or what happens, but it's actually about the people, like how they treat you and stuff. Like I feel
Is
like
that Dr.
plays a
Seuss?
lot.
Are you quoting Dr. Seuss? No.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. This is making sure.
Who's Dr. Seuss? Next one. Is that too
How do you say
old?
doctor in Portuguese?
Doutor.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Okay, I think
And then
that's
the
a
second
two.
one, Shabnam,
That's an old
Sierra,
reference.
Cherry, Dorian. Okay, forget about all those other people. I made the list.
So those are just a few names, but there's many other people that have made me feel like home. And Dorian.
All right, and to end off today, if you could talk to your younger self and Nancy Campbell, what would you tell them? And now, if your younger self could see you now, what do you think they'd say? I don't think you need the whiteboard for this. I
No,
just
I
want to
don't
hear
think
you
it.
answer this.
I would actually just say do anything you would like to do. and do what you think is best. Because I have no regrets, like, in my past.
Aren't you like 20?
Yeah, but like from 14?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, I could have had so many regrets, like a teenager and everything, but I have no regrets. And I feel like I enjoyed those moments to the max. Like, I had a blast of a time when I was here, and I made so many friends, and I had so much fun. And I faced my fears, like what you said, like coming here at 14 by myself for the first time in a new new country that speaks English, completely different environment that I'm used to. It was scary, but like I wanted to do it, and I did it, and I faced my fears. I got myself out of my comfort zone, and now I feel like if that person saw me today, she would be really proud, actually. I think she would be like happy that I'm still trying and I'm still doing what I think it's best for me, and that difficulties don't make me hesitant. But they actually, I like embracing challenges because they make me grow, you know? So I feel like she'll be really proud of me. I feel like she'll be like, I want to be that person, even if it's just a regular person now. You know, like I don't feel like a main character anymore. I don't feel special. I feel normal. I feel like I'm just a person here. And I think she'll be really proud of me.
I love that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Lívia, for being here.
Thank you. That was fun.
We will see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're in Brazil, Lívia's going to say goodbye now.
Ciao.
That's it? Ciao? Okay. Yeah. I can say that. Ciao. All right. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.
It's worth it.
Super.